Shalom, and shalom means peace. I bring a message of warning, and I pray that it reach you, Nick Canon, DeSean Jackson, Stephen Jackson, Grandmaster J, Amari Stoudermire. I pray that this message reach you, and I pray that you take no offense in what I'm going to say unto you, because it's a message for all to hear, not only to you, but for all to hear. My name is Sister Yatia. It is a Hebrew name, and it means Yah with me. I pray that you hear this word all the way out before turning it off. Let us begin. The title of this message of warning is Beware. Nick Canon, DeSean Jackson, Stephen Jackson, Grandmaster J, Amari Stoudermire. My brothers and sisters who are awakened, who call themselves, well, not just call themselves, who are Hebrew Israelites. For the world today call us Negroes, Blacks, African Americans, Native Americans, and many other bywords and proverbs that the Bible prophesies of what we shall be called. Okay? And you're probably saying, uh-oh, what is Sister Yatia speaking of now? Something that I read on our brother Nick Canon page. Something that it needs to catch your attention. Okay? When you go to his Facebook page, it's under the Truth and Reconciliation by Nick Canon. I'm going to blow this up because I want you to see this word for word. So you'll see it's not my words, but it's our brother's word. Okay? And before I read an area, a paragraph that sent red flags unto me, I want you to meditate and see what all our fellow brethren have in common. Nick Canon, DeSean Jackson, Stephen Jackson, Grandmaster J, Amari Stoudermire. What do they have in common, my brothers and sisters? They have all came out publicly declaring who are the children of Israel. They all agree that the Negroes today are Jacob's children. But I'm here to bring you a word. I'm also, excuse me, because my tongue get twisted, y'all. I'm here to bring you a message of warning. And I pray that my fellow brethren, names that I had spoken out, that you hear me too. For I see the pit and I see the snare. And I'm going to give you the way that Yah wants you to do. In the video description box, and also that will be attached to this video, Yahuwah, our Father in heaven, has spoken, just as it's written in Numbers chapter 11, chapter 12, Acts chapter 2, and Joel chapter 2. He has spoken to his prophets and prophetess. For he has given us instructions, Hebrews, Israelites, African Americans, or Native Americans. He has given you instructions. And many of you are not aware of his instructions, or you choose not to listen to his instructions. But after I read this paragraph unto you, you're going to begin to understand why it's more important than ever before to take heed to our Father's instructions and to know this word inside out. For today a word was preached unto you about YAHUAH, or another way to pronounce it is Yaharal, the brother of Yahuwah, Satan. Many of you don't know how he works and how clever he is. Many of you don't see the warnings nor the signs. Now, with some of the brother names that I had called out, I'm not saying that you are his child yet. Some of you, I'm not saying that. But I am watching you and I'm looking at your walk. Okay? But now let us begin. Let us read this paragraph that we need to go to first. Okay? The paragraph that sent red flags unto me, as you can see, is the third paragraph from the bottom. And we're going to read the part starting at in a pleasant turn of events. In a pleasant turn of events, and the blessing in all of this hurtful attack is the outpouring of love and support from the Jewish community. Now that was not a red flag to me. Okay, for some reason, they has given you, Nick Cannon, support in comparison to my other brethren. A little bit different. But let us keep reading. It has been amazing. I have spoken with many rabbis, clergy, professors, and co-workers who offered their sincere help. I must apologize to my Jewish brothers and sisters for putting them in such a painful position, which was never my intention, but I know this whole situation has hurt many people, and together we will make it right. I have dedicated my daily efforts to continuing conversations to bring the Jewish community and the African American community closer together, embracing our differences and sharing our commodities. Now, after I read that, that was my first flag. If you know the word of Yah, and if, Nick Cannon, you say you are awakened to who we are, why are you still addressing your fellow brothers and sisters, your people, as African Americans? Why do you want your people to join the Jewish people when you know the history? They own everything, and they are one of the reasons why our people are still oppressed, vexed, and afflicted. Do you not know your history? For your history say unto us, for our history say, they also had a hand in our slavery. This way of unity that you're speaking of is coming from the world. And you'll see what I mean when I give you the word, what Yah says, and how this must be done in our awakening. You are sending your people into a burning house, whether you realize it or not. It is not those who are seasoned that will fall for this. It is those who are not seasoned and those who are not heavily studied in His Word. Let us keep reading. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because now you're going to see our brother's Nick plan, what he's planning to do next. And he's not inquiring Yah what he must do. Okay? Let us keep reading. Through the guidance of my multicultural team, which embodies several people from the Jewish community, specifically Michael Goldman, my business partner for 3 decades, who discovered me at the Hollywood Improv when I was doing stand-up as a kid. Through thick and thin, he has been by my side, yelling at me when I talk too much and laughing with me as we always overcome adversity together. I love you, my brother. Thank you for helping me thank you for helping me become the man that I am today. And as we embark on the next incredible journey together, we will bring out 2 persecuted communities together like we always plan. You need to highlight that, my brothers and sisters, and underline that. Do you see? They have a plan. Again, it is in the word of Yah. How did Yah say he would gather us? When would Yah gather us? Did he say that we would join ourselves to a Gentile nation? Did he say we would join ourselves to Yahad converts? Did he say that in his word? The Father right now is reminding me, read the book of Zechariah. For you will see it would be the Gentiles searching for us to lead them to the way to Yahushua. Again, we have to know this word inside out. For as we see, man has a plan on the way they want to unify. Man does. But this is not the way of Yahuwah. When you open your Bibles, go to the book of Zechariah. Here is just a taste for those who do not understand what the words say unto us on how the unification would take place. Zechariah chapter 8. We're going to start at verse 22. No, we're going to read up a little higher. We're going to start at verse 20. Thus saith Yahuwah of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before Yahuwah, and to seek Yahuwah of hosts. I will go also. Yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek Yahuwah of hosts in Yahushalom, to pray before Yahuwah. Thus saith Yahuwah of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew. Do you hear that? They shall take hold of him that is a Jew, Judean, Ionian, Israelite. They shall take hold of an Israelite, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. So what Nick Cannon and this Goldman guy is planning, it is not according to the word of Yah. And if they want to preach a message about peace and about unifying now, it's not going to work. Let me tell you why. When you awaken to the whole truth, not only to the King James 1611 Bible, but to the sacred book, and the book that we're in now is the sealed book of Mormons, you will learn that the gospel is what the Israelites should be preaching and teaching. And through the gospel, that is what is going to unify us. For if you know the history of the Yahad, the Jewish people, you will know that as a nation of people, the majority do not accept the Messiah that is written in the Bible. Not the one that you think. They do not accept the Holy One. For we have read in the sealed book of Mormon, even the 144,000. The 144,000 that is written in Revelation 7, chapter 14 and chapter 15 are in this earth now, and they are preaching and they are telling people to wait on the promised descendant, the Messiah. We have also learned that the church, the gospel of the Messiah has been preached since the beginning, starting with our father, Adam, and that the priesthood would be set after the order of Melchizedek, and that the order of the church, the assembly, would be set after the order of the Enochians. And I'm telling y'all what our fellow brother here is planning with Mr. Goldman. It is not according to your instructions. This is what alarmed me here. Do you see how Nick is treated in comparison to DeSean Jackson and Stephen Jackson? Again, we got to look between the lines, y'all. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't right. For when you come in the whole writing the book, you will learn that it is Yahuwah, our Father in heaven, what will bring us back to our homeland, not man. For our Father wants his honor and glory. When you read Ezekiel chapter 38 and chapter 39, it shows that when our Father get his honor and glory from man, then he will announce to the world who are the children of Israel. This is what I'm saying unto you. You have to know the book, because what they're doing here is not of the book. This is of man's agenda. Let us keep reading. Okay? So they are planning to unify the Jewish, which are you had, and today they're still calling us African Americans. That should tell you something right there. Okay? He and so many gracious people from the Jewish community are showering me with love and helping to guide me to the promised land. Literally, I am excited to announce that I have been invited to Israel, which is a lifelong dream where I will receive teachings, lessons, and truth about the Jewish history. Again, they're giving you their history, not your history. Your Father in heaven, Nick Cannon, has given you these books, not only the Bible, the other sacred books. Even the Jews of Ethiopia has a list of all the other books that were ordained for the masses to read. This is where you need to seek knowledge, through the Father's doctrines and not through their doctrines. If you want to understand why in the book of Revelation call them the synagogue of Satan, for it has nothing to do with skin color. It has to do with them keeping the Talmud and the Kabbalah. And I know you're familiar with that or heard of that. Those are the doctrines of Satan. It has nothing to do with Torah. Again, you cannot be taught by man. As written in John chapter 14, chapter 15, chapter 16, and 1 John chapter 2, verse 27, it is the Comforter that shall teach you all things. For we are taught by the Spirit of Yah, and not by flesh. That is what has been ordained in the new covenant. So what you have written in this paragraph has sent red flags unto me, and I'm here to warn you, my brother, if it's not too late, because we know many in Hollywood, in the music industry, and also in many other areas where they control, has sold their soul to Satan for worldly riches, for fame, for power, for titles, for positions. And I pray that it won't too late. I'm praying, my brother, that it's not too late for you. For those who are a true servant of Yah, we will not be of the world, and we know we are in it. See, the true servants of Yah will understand what Job was talking about. But when you have that walk with the Father, when you are his child, you begin to understand why his name is blessed, when he giveth and when he take away. See, many understand the giving, but you don't understand how he is blessed when he takes away. Let me read this last sentence. For Nick Cannon goes on to write, as someone who is in pursuit for my PhD in theology and divinity and just received a degree in criminal justice from the great Howard University, this would be an enriching, enlightening, and overall exciting trip. Like I said, you cannot get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding by man's standards, nor by his school. It comes by the Spirit. The Messiah set the example. So do not be fooled on what they can offer you, because to become a part of them, you must sell out. You must deny the Messiah. You need to ask yourself why the Hebrew Israelites who are in Demona, why they won't take the conversion, but yet they don't believe in the Messiah. You need to ask yourself why, Nick. You need to look at how the Jews of Ethiopia, how they're treated by their own people in that land who say they want to unify with us, but yet they are just as racist as any other nation in this earth. For all of them had a hand in our slavery, and none of them has repented, nor have they made reparation to us. What bothered me, Nick, when I saw some of your video, because I'm going to finish watching the rest of it, the one that you had with the member of Public Enemy. Y'all claim to have so much knowledge, but y'all yet be so far from the Father. And when I read this, I saw no good. So I don't know where you fully stand with our Father in heaven. And I'm letting you know I'm watching you, because I don't like the walk now that you're going in. Because those who want to join unto us, we will be unified by the gospel that was established since the beginning in the days of Adam. That's how we be unified. And I'm not talking about no Christianity either. What I'm talking about, in the new covenant, as a Messianic believer, we follow the whole book. And we are under the Messiah. And the Messiah teaches us how to keep the commandments of Yah in the fourth beast kingdom. That is a mystery that the Christians don't understand. For when you come in the whole Bible book, you will learn this. We're going back to the original plan that the Creator made to be. We will keep His holy days and holy feast days. You can read Ezekiel chapter 40 to 48 and see the blueprint that would take place in the earth. For many are not even aware that there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. Many are not aware about the 144,000 being only Israelites. Many are not aware that the bride of the Messiah are Israelites and Gentiles, males and females, circumcised, uncircumcised, bond free, Scythian and barbarian, etc. Many are not aware that the bride and the 144 shall have a higher inheritance. Many are not aware that the Father will have mercy upon the nation of Israel, and He shall bring them forth in the earthly wilderness, and He shall purge out the rebels. Then He will bring them into the Holy Land. So what you have written in this paragraph here is red flags. And I'm warning you, and I'm warning all my brothers and sisters, take heed. Take heed. This nation of people who call themselves Jewish They had a hand in our slavery, and they know who we are. They know. Their leaders know. I'm talking about the higher ups. They know who we are. Don't think they have not been watching. Don't think they have not been going into the continent named Africa looking for us. Because they too know this, that our awakening will come to pass. So they are setting stumbling blocks and snares before you. And I'm here to warn you, not only to you, Nick, but to DeSean. Why is it that they're embracing you with love, Nick, but with DeSean, they're going to take him somewhere else and to educate him? These are the same people who will oppress and vex and afflict your people. It makes no common sense. So when we look at this list of names, let us go back. When we look at these lists of names, and we see all of them have this in common. All of them have stated that the blacks, known as African Americans, known as Negroes, are the children of Israel. All of them have stated this in one way or one form or another. But do you see what is happening to some of them? Not all, but to some of them in the direction they are going. They're allowing their oppressors to teach them who they are. When we have the word, we have the Seal Book of Mormon, we have the King James 1611 Bible, we have Enoch's books, we have First and Adam and Eve books. So do you see where I'm going with this, y'all? We have all these sacred books to teach us, to lead us to our true heritage. But yet we want to go to our oppressors to teach us? That makes no heavenly sense. Well, I have said enough in this video. I pray that y'all understand what I'm saying. I pray that you, Nick, DeSean, Stephen, Jay, Amari, I pray that y'all have not sold out. I pray that y'all did not take the conversion that they have you to do in the land of Israel, for that is rejecting the Messiah. I pray that you don't do that, because we know what's coming in the earth. We can see the signs in the heaven, and you do not want to have to face the beast, the fourth beast, that last one that is to come. Read Revelation 12. You do not want to face the beast and deal with the anti-Messiah. So I pray that y'all make it right with our Father in heaven. I pray that you give the whole truth and that you do not fear our oppressors, that you do not fear the Gentiles, that you only fear Yahuwah, our Father in heaven, for he is the one that can destroy the body and soul in hell, in Sheol. I pray that you don't be what's the word, persuaded with the things of this world, because it's not worth your soul. I'm telling you, it's not worth your soul. And I will be watching. Some of you, I have already pointed out, when I look at your walk, it's not right. For those who say that you come in the name of our Father in heaven, or that you come in the name of his Son, Yahusha HaMashyach, the Messiah. But for others, I'm still watching you, and I'm praying that you make it right. And if you lack knowledge, then pray unto our Father in the name of his Son, Yahusha HaMashiach. Yahusha means I am he that saves or delivers. HaMashiach means the Messiah, and Messiah means anointed one. Daniel's 9, John chapter 1. In the Greek tongue, they say Messias. I pray because I can see the trap that they are setting for our people. For they won't get the ones that's seasoned, but they are getting the ones who are just awakening. And the ones who are just awakening are looking at you. And they're thinking that it's okay, but it's not okay. Again, listen to your prophetic messages. In that playlist, there's only 7 videos, but you can print out his message and hear our Father instruction and hear what he wants you to do. For it is not the time to go into the land of Israel. For if you have read the prophet's writings, such as Zechariah, you will know that he has to get it right. The land is defiled by what the heathens have done. All right, y'all. Continue to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, for it's truly at hand. For we can see the signs in the heaven and the earth. Make sure the people are baptized in the name of Yahusha HaMashyach, and make sure they receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10. For the word has taught us the salvation and righteousness of God is Yahusha HaMashiach. Psalms 98, the book of Luke, and Romans 10 will confirm that unto you. And I bid y'all a shalom.